Hello, my name's Heather Allen, and I'm talking to you today from the terrace beside the pool of my lovely house in Spain. And that's what I want to talk to you about, my lovely house in Spain. When I bought it to enjoy for myself for the rest of my life and to leave it to something meaningful when I'm gone. Recently, I've been thinking of writing my will. So I've looked into a number of charities and organisations, but I couldn't find any that were exactly right. They weren't doing what I wanted them to do. So I talked to some friends of mine and we decided to start our own charity. I want to provide holidays for two very particular groups of people. The first are suddenly bereaved children. When a child loses a family member through a terminal illness, there are many wonderful people and organisations that step up to help. When children lose somebody suddenly, as I did at 13 in an accident, my dad died, there's nothing. Even now, so many years later, there really is very little. So I want to provide holidays for them because you feel different. Don't necessarily want to be around other children who are laughing and screaming all the time. I want to give children a place to be sad if they want to walk down the garden and sit under a fig tree, to go to the chickens and collect an egg, feel like they've received a gift, just an egg from a chicken. And then when they feel happy, I want to hear them squealing as they jump in the pool. I want to see them beginning to take risks again, to feel alive again. Recently, we had our first two little boys who came here with their daddy. I've seen them since, and they said, "We had a happy holiday in Heather's house." They talk about it still, every time I see them, which is often. Their dad told me that they were gaining in confidence, learning to take risks again, that they kept saying they were having a happy holiday. It made me happy too. The other group of people I want to share the house with are, and perhaps these are term time holidays, are in memory of my mum. My mum had Alzheimer's and I looked after her for a good few years. My mum loved to travel, so I still wanted to take her on holiday, but it was really difficult to find somewhere. See, people with dementia, sometimes their behaviour is a little bit eccentric, and family members may be sensitive to that. But also, they don't need too much stimulation. It's very quiet here and peaceful. There's quite a lot of land and a lot of fruit trees and a high fence around it. Don't have any close neighbours. So they can wander around the garden and pick themselves some fruit, a mango or some figs. When I look over my terrace now, I imagine lonely children walking around the garden. I imagine a slightly eccentric old lady being taken round the sensory garden by her grandson, stopping to smell things that evoke not necessarily memories, but good feelings that go with the smells, touching things. Just maybe sitting on the steps of the pool when it's warm and enjoying the sunshine. So my friends and I have decided to start this charity called Made of Love. I'm placing the house in an irrevocable trust. That means I can't really do anything to it. I can't move anything. I can't sell any of the land. I can't destroy anything. I can't build anything on the land. But what I want to do is rebuild the house. That's because although it will last for the rest of my life, I want it to last a great deal of time into the future. And I also want it to be inexpensive enough to run so that we can give people free holidays, their flight, their food, everything they need while they're here. And we can do that by building a house that requires very little to be spent on it to maintain it. So we will use air source heating and cooling. The air source heating and cooling will be run by solar panels. We already use solar for hot water. That will be extended to all the power. We already use water from the wells to fill the pool. We have 2 wells, and although the water isn't drinkable, it can be used for everything else. And this is where you come in. The first thing that we want to do is build a community. Early in 2024, we're going to begin a Buy a Brick campaign. But for now, we're creating a community with which to do that. I'm going to ask that you join our community, that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our video, like it on Facebook, and very soon, this video is just to show friends and family what we're up to and to ask if you could spare us 5 minutes a day or 5 minutes a week. And if you're willing to do that, please write it in the comments below. We want to just build a community as fast as we can so that when we kick off our raising money, we'll be able to raise enough money to rebuild the house, to make it sustainable, to offer wonderful holidays for wonderful people, way into the future as far as we can imagine. Please join us. We are made of love, and we want you to be too. Thank you.